Hi, ladies, sisters, how you all doing? All right, so ladies, I know we are going through pressures, right? Pressure to get married, especially if you're in your late 20s, maybe early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, and above. There's pressure to get married coming from the society, coming from family members, coming from your friends, colleagues, your associates, your business associates, and even the environment sometimes, yeah, puts us under pressure. When you see your schoolmate, when you see your university colleague, you know, and maybe with her child, with her son, with a daughter, who maybe 10 years, 20 years old, depending on when they got married, and he tells you that, oh, I'm not getting any younger. But one thing I want to tell you is, do I feel like that sometimes? Yes, I do. I'm being very honest with you. I do. I feel that way sometimes. But one thing I know is when I look at my life, I know, okay, it's not like I don't want to get married. It's not like I have no same guys, that wanted to get married to me. But the truth is, one thing I found is some guys may be good, but they may not be good for you. They may be good guys, but they may not be good for your journey. They may be good guys, but they may not be good for you. They may not be God's choice for you. So even while you're going through life, I need you to be encouraged that God's time is the best, and that very person that God has ordained for you will definitely find you, sisters. All right. And I know that it's not easy sometimes, right? Because of pressure, people compromise their faith. People just, let's be going. Our biological clock is ticking. I'm not getting any younger. I don't want to slide into menopause and all of that. There is that pressure. But look unto God. Look unto Jesus. He will definitely come through for you, right? He will come through for you. And for you sisters who may be faced with those guys that are testing, and they say, if I don't test you to find out if I'm sexually compatible with you, I can't get married to you. I've met a couple of guys who told me that, Uche, I can't marry you if I don't sleep with you. I need to know if we are sexually compatible. And I want to say categorically that sexual compatibility is nothing. Is not for relationship, is not for courtship. And I say this because the original plan of God is that a man who does not know a woman, who has not had any sexual experience, meets a woman who hasn't had any prior sexual experience, and they come together. For this reason shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So it's God's idea that a man and a woman who don't have prior experience of sex, who come together and cleave together and become one flesh. The joining, yes. So they discover themselves and they know what would work for them. So there won't be any case of, oh, you're small or you're big, your penis is small, your penis is big, because the lady has not seen any prior to her, the ones she has seen in her husband, or the one her husband has. And the depth of the vagina or whatever, yes, the man will not say, oh, it's shallow, it's deep or anything, because he is meeting his wife for the first time and he doesn't know, he has not seen anyone prior to that time. That is the idea of God for sex, and it's strictly for marriage. Forget all those things we are hearing. We know the truth. We know the truth. So let's not get carried away by what we're saying. I know that there are cases where people get married and they're not entirely honest with their partners or with their intended. But that's a different ballgame. It's expected that two of you are honest with each other, right? But for those people that say, I'm not going to be in a relationship with you if I don't test. Ladies, you're not a laboratory where tests are conducted. You are not a specimen that are used for tests. So be bold to tell them to get the hell out of your life. Be bold to tell them, go. As much as you honor God, God will honor you. Right? I can't count how many men I have had to let go. Yes. Even when I was sexually active and I knew that I'm not going to do this. We have to take a stand. There's a point you get to in life and with God, in your work with God, you're not going to care about what if he goes. Yes, what if he goes? Yes, let him go. Yes. What if he goes? Let him go. What is the focus? Do you want to please a human being, a mortal that will die, that God can take his breath the next second? Or do you want to please God? Who do you want to please? There's a question. Okay, after having sex with him, after test driving you, and then he says, oh, you are lazy on bed, you're boring on bed, and then he leaves you and jumps to the next person. That's not what it should be. We're not supposed to be used and dumped. We're not supposed to be tested, ladies, sisters. We're not supposed to be tested. If that guy cannot be in a relationship with you without being sexually involved with you, and you are saved, and you want to do it because you honor God, you obey God, and you're a child of God, by all means, let him go. I can't say this enough. I can't say this enough. We need to take that stand as children of God. We need to take that stand. If we say we are God-fearing, then it means that the word of God is the final authority in our lives. The word of God is the ultimate authority in our lives, regardless of whatever situation we find ourselves. That is it. It's not selective obedience. Being God-fearing does not mean you have to obey God in certain areas and not obey God in certain areas. You have to obey God completely in all areas of your life. Hi, how are you? So I thought I should share this with us, ladies. Okay. And don't be ashamed to declare the truth of the word of God. Don't be ashamed to declare the truth of the word of God, sisters, brothers. And the same applies to men, because I know that you meet ladies and they want to test. They want to know if you have big penis or small penis or anything, if you're having erection. They can ask you a question, especially if there is plan to get married. So they can ask you questions and be honest enough with them. But as for them trying to see how, if you satisfy them sexually, let them go. They'll destroy our destiny. They are these destiny destroyers. All those people that want to test, say, if I don't test, if I don't try it out before I get married to you, I will not do. They are destiny destroyers. Be aware of destiny destroyers.